Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? Just wanted to let y'all know an update on things. Hopefully I'll be able to have pictures and video. If not, I'm going to have to submit it as is. I'm driving and I'm recording while driving. Back and forth. Just let everybody know. A lot of people have emailed me asking what's going on and everything. If you are reaching out privately, I am letting people know what else is going on. I'm just asking, please respect the privacy and let's keep that going for my family member. So, just an update too on myself. As you can tell, the antibiotics, finally the third round, has worked. I'm doing much better as far as my voice, the congestion, and all that. So finally, that wham bam, just hit it with all you got, seemed to work. Although the medicine, I'm allergic to penicillin. Let me preface everything by saying that. The medicine for my eye, the antibiotic medicine, is a penicillin-based medicine, apparently, or, similar, whatever. My dumb, smart self decided that since the medicine was working so good on my eyeball itself, that where I had rubbed it, and it was very irritated and red and bothering me more than the eye, that I should put the medicine around the outside of my eye. I did that and gave the skin around my eye, kind of above my eyebrow and down below the eye socket, a chemical burn. So I'm using, I think it's like sanitized saline spray. It's called Wound Care. And it has to be the sanitary little things to get the eye patch over my eye and to clean it with and touch it with. Put myself in a nice little fix right there. But anyway, that it's painful and all. It looks bad, but it's not quite as bad as it looks. I'm just glad it wasn't worse. It could have been worse. So, side note, never put that medicine on your skin. It's not what it's made for. It can cause extreme allergic reaction and chemical burns. Now, just giving an update. Let's see. I don't know if I've said it yet. I'm round trip to the hospital and back. I'm driving approximately 124 miles a day. So, any type of gas is great. Just FYI. That's the main thing. Gas and food. For the answer to those emails I'm getting about what is there anything, anybody needs. I don't know if there's a way to, meet somebody at the pump gas, but literally, I'm driving it. Oh my gosh. My brakes on the highway, folks. Anyways, so now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about summer and Brandon Lawson. So, I don't have the ability right now to look at my notes, and, oh my God, I'm doing 40 on the interstate. Anyway, sorry, had to get a drink. I gave a list of names and was speaking about something. Now, here's what I found out about an Alfred plea. And first of all, we need to give it up. If you've not been to Smiley Stories World, go to our video section. She turned the live stream. It's not under her lives now, it's under videos. I'm going to put a link in my community tab section about it. She did an interview with Cecil Mills, the district attorney that made this plea bargain and prosecuted this case. I suggest anybody interested in Summer's case that has yet to watch this video needs to get over there pronto and watch it. One of the best interviews I have seen, hands down, including paid media. Smiley rocked that. Go show her some love. Tell her Nina sent you. And tell her she rocked it. This is her first live stream ever. And she rocked it. And for Summer, justice for Summer Moon, Utah Wells, Smiley's on it. And love and respect to Smiley. Now, and to answer some folk that told me to get off YouTube and do this and do that for my family, blah, 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 things are that bad, should be there. I built a YouTube family with our sunshines. Talking to them and interacting with them helps me feel better and stay strong and do what I need to do for my mama. So y'all can bite my ass. Real shit. Now, on to the next thing. So we were talking about Brandon Lawson. So I started looking into Alfred plea. And I want to know what's the difference between an Alfred plea and a no contest plea. And I guess the bottom line is sentencing. Because if you enter an Alfred plea and you don't get the sentence you want, you can basically back up out of it. You don't admit guilt. You're an Alfred plea, from my research, I'm going to paraphrase for a moment, but it's basically like, I would say, I recognize that the prosecuting attorney's office has enough evidence that even if I'm innocent, they can get a conviction and make it look like I'm guilty. And that's just a general Alfred plea. That's my best interpretation, my understanding of what, one aspect of it. The other aspect is, when you have mandatory minimums and shit like that, excuse my French, what the Alfred plea does is it allows the defendant's attorney and the prosecuting attorneys and judge extreme leeway in sentencing, as we've seen. Generally, goodwill, what a way to put it, goodwill is offered towards the defendant offering an Alfred plea. One way of looking at it is the person is guilty, their guilt can be proved to a judge or jury, and they're saying basically, it wasn't me, but I can't prove who it was because of circumstances, and it makes it look like it was me. Now, the reason I'm telling you to go to Smiley's and watch this interview is because it's minors that are the victims in this case. So their identities were protected. But they're not now, at least one. It is flat out stated from Mr. Cecil Mills in that interview that one of the victims was Mr. Brandon's own daughter. Allegedly. He says, and this ain't alleged, like I said, go listen to the whole thing. Go to Smiley's. It's a short live. It's worth the listen. Mr. Cecil tells Smiley, ma'am, did you know, he tells her how nice she's been and how respectful she's been, and that she's been the nicest, the most respectful of anybody that he's been intimidated. He's been beat down with calls about this case because he's the bottom liner. And that she's been the nicest of anybody that's been calling. And that he's just going to tell her he wasn't scared to prosecute the case. He knows that he could win the case. That he wasn't scared or afraid. He told her he wasn't bribed, plain out and simple. So what do you think? So then he tells her that there were 2 victims that he spoke to. That was all that could be found. And that does she know who those victims were? At least one of them. He said it occurred multiple times. He's not going to go into and what all occurred. To one. And to the other, there were 2 instances that he knows of. And they were not, that there was an intensive investigation done, and I'm assuming he meant by the DA's office because it wasn't the sheriff's department. And that they were only able to find these 2 ladies. Now, I'm hearing there was 4, but that's a whole different ballgame. He also tells us, or tells her, that he talked to both of those victims, and it was very difficult. Now, one of the young ladies, he doesn't reveal how it was known or anything about her. That one of the young lady, that there was just a couple occurrences, like it was nothing, that there was just a couple occurrences, by the way. And that the other young lady, if Miss Smiley doesn't know, this is hard, y'all, to say. The other young lady who had multiple occurrences, more than he would like to count, that recounted her story and everything else to him, was the sheriff's own granddaughter. Now, why he states it that way, I don't know. I don't know if that means that that Brandon has a brother or sister and it was their child, or if it was his own daughter. I honestly don't know. But it was that, I mean, the DA states it in this call. So, and he knew it was being recorded. He knew it was a YouTuber. He knew it was being recorded. And Tennessee, actually, he's a lawyer, he's a district attorney, he should know. Tennessee is a 1-person state. So that means only one person has to know that they're being recorded.